Okay, did it fix? Is it better now? My god. Feels like the fates are conspiring against this stream. Let me know if you guys can see this, because I do not know at this point. I have no idea what's happening. Oh, now my live chat is working again. It wasn't a second ago. It looks like everything might be working, and I'm not dropping frames. No? Okay, thank God. Well, knock on wood that it stays fine. I don't know what the hell is happening here, guys. I swear, you know, I was this close to not streaming at all because there's a lot of dev work to do, and I was hoping to catch up or just kind of crank through some today. But I thought to myself, I didn't do a stream last week because I was sick, so at the very least I got to do a stream this week, right? To hang out with all you guys. And this is what happens. That's what you get. It's fate. Anyway, my gosh. All right, well, let's get Skyrim back in here. Casey, I saw that donation. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Gwiddle, for the follow. It looks like we're fine. So we'll see how it goes. I can't imagine. I don't know if anyone's even still. I see you guys all chatting. Leslie, this is karma for being sick last week. Maybe you're right. And Ardale, all good things are worth the effort. Ain't that the truth? Nothing good comes easy. Don't I know it? Okay. Well, let's see how it works now. Let's jump back in. So if you guys didn't see in chat right now, there's a new version of iEquip imminent, new version of the beta, which I'm very excited about because, as someone else pointed out in chat, the current control scheme relies on quick taps and long presses, and also like press and hold, which is different from long presses, and it can be a bit, there's a learning curve to the equipment and the hotkeys, like no matter what, but having the long press and like the press and hold together, it can feel a little rough, or it's easy to make mistakes, I think, if you're not paying attention. But even with those kind of control methods, it is leagues and bounds more efficient, I've found, than any other control solution that I've tried so far once you get your head around how it works. And my goal for the UI redesign is to make it visually intuitive as to how the equipping works, so that that learning curve is easier to overcome, so to speak. Zerpy, how's my Wednesday treating me? Right now I'm talking to a Requiem author about the Draconic language. It's pretty decent, Zerpy. I got a lot of time earlier to work on some stuff that I wanted to work on, which was really nice. So, there he is. I buy in. Yeah, we discussed the press and hold situation for a long time. It was a pretty easy decision to ditch it. Should be pretty neat now, though, with the new hotkeys. I am very much looking forward to it. Nemanja says, oh, my answer got cut off. Could you repeat about the graphics requirement? So about the graphics requirement, the recommended and minimum specs are going to be the same for 4.0. And if you have an installation that works well with 3.4, chances are you will see either the same or better performance in 4.0, I would say. That has generally been the experience of our beta testers so far. So, I mean, we've spent a fair amount of time going through the iEquip stuff. I don't know exactly what's gotten cut off and what has actually made it into the stream. I shudder to look at what this stream is going to look like on the back end. It's going to be a big old massive, there's going to be several chunks of stream, I suppose. But I really, really like iEquip. I think it's really going to revolutionize the way that people play. Especially, it feels to me like it's specifically designed for a unpaused menu game, such as Dark Souls, or such as the game now, you know, where you go into your inventory, stuff can still run up and bite you, even if you're, well, it's like the equivalent of stopping to check through your backpack. You know, you do it, but it takes focus, and you can't focus on your surroundings, and it's dangerous, so you kind of want to be prepared. And I think that iEquip really allows you to, I think that the primary benefit that it has over standard equip set solutions, or what you get with, like, you know, what's it called, these sort of groups in SkyUI, I think that the groups work fine for a lot of situations, but they also rely on your ability to anticipate the situations you'll face and that works sometimes, other times it doesn't work. Other times you end up fighting something you didn't anticipate, or you run out of a resource when you didn't plan on it. And I think that iEquip in general, well, makes it much easier to adapt to whatever situation hits you on the fly. Like if this is something I wanted to do really fast. Not manage my queues. I would like to open the MCM and look at that cute little effect where it scrolls all the way down to the MCM automatically for you. I don't know why more MCMs don't have an option like that, but I wanted to go to Pro Mode and Quick Shield. I want to go to Equip and then Quick Range. Let's go to Direct Equip. I think this will do a really good job of showing off one of my favorite features of this mod, and that is the quick features. They are Pro Mode exclusive. So just like pretend we were in the scenarios that we were covering before. You know, I'm sitting here, I'm bashing on dudes with my bouncer, I'm blocking hits. I can switch quite easily to my wooden staff of Icewind, right? Let's go ahead and queue up something. So let's go, oh, actually here. Oh, that's right, holding down the, okay, well, never mind on that. So I got my, this is fine too, Stone Hatchet, Wooden Staff of Icewind. So let's say that I'm fighting with these weapons and, you know, I don't know, some ammunition using soldier comes out from behind like a rock or something. Very quickly, you can just triple tap and then immediately switch to your shield. Or if you need like a very quick heal, you can just do that no matter what consumable you have equipped. If you need to very quickly switch to a crossbow or a bow, you can do the same thing with the, what's it called? The quick right-hand Q. It's just super, super useful, and I really, really love it a lot. Oh, Aaron McMillan, could I get a quick rundown of what iEquip is? It's, long story short, let's see, yeah, Bayan is totally correct. It's like a Dark Souls quick menu, so you don't need to go inside your inventory to switch weapons and consume potions. It's just a solution for equipping the stuff that you're carrying with you more easily and adapting to situations more readily, I think, which is very important given that now the game's menus are unpaused thanks to Skyrim Souls. You can see here you can even very easily switch through the different types of ammunition that you have. If I do this too, I can just like take whatever potion I need. I'm going to load my old save just because I've gone through all my potions and consumables. But it's super easy to just like switch to a million things all at once. And once you get your head around the way that it works, which does take a bit of a second, you know, to kind of understand the curve, understand how it works. It's very intuitive and it makes a lot of sense. And like I said, it's one of the best solutions I've seen to what has been a long-standing problem in Skyrim, which is the constant menu delving in the middle of combat. It seems to me that by the time you are like mid-level, and this is alleviated somewhat by the lower carry weights in Ultimate Skyrim 4.0. You can't carry as much stuff around with you all over the place. So you're not carrying, you know, a dozen different swords and staves and bows and whatever. But for magic users, this is still always a problem where you have a million different spells. You got a million different ways to use them together, to dual cast them, to do all different kinds of things. That's one of the beauties of being a caster, right? Is that your abilities and your utility is very flexible. But managing all these spells is just a nightmare, even with the improved management of mods like Sky UI and such. And this system just makes it so much easier to manage large amounts of spells. It makes it easier if you are an enchanter or a poison user, an alchemist, because you can very easily recharge your weapons on the fly. You can apply poisons on the fly without any need to dive into your menu and hotkey them and apply them to the right thing. It's just all very intuitive and very easy, and it's extremely cool. The more I mess with it, the more impressed I am, and the cooler it is. So I'm not sure counting key taps during combat is manageable. I don't know how to say your name, my friend. It's a bunch of I's or L's. Short, long, single, double, triple. It seems complicated, I know, but it's really not when you're using it. Like when you get used to it, it's extreme. Like all the quick stuff all has, oh, and especially with the new control scheme that I know is coming, if it's the one that Dunk and I discussed over Discord. But it seems complicated. I promise you, in actuality, it's very intuitive. It's pretty easy to quickly get used to pressing, you know, like a triple tap for like a quick shield or something like that. Like quick ranged. Like here, I'm going to switch to pre-select. Any issues that I'm having right now would be more because I haven't played in a long time and I can't remember exactly what the keys are assigned to at the moment. And I also have the new key assignments kind of crossed in my brain because I was sitting there with Dunk for a long time trying to come up with the most intuitive hotkey and key assignments that we possibly could. But I think it's really, really incredible, and when you get used to it, it's really hard to go back. That I can tell you. Let's see. Zakiel says, what is the default setting for death? There really is no default. You get to choose in the beginning of the game for each character which you would like to use. I think for me, the Season 2 death option is most likely going to be the just losing all of your stuff on death with no chance to recover. Or if we manage to... Hey, look at this. Never seen this happen before. Huh. Weird. And because I'm loading and saving in the same spot, that's odd. I've never seen that happen. Have like a cloth stop in midair. But... what was I saying? I get so distracted. Oh yeah, default setting. We have some other plans for the death mod that most likely will not make it into the release version of 4.0. They'll likely have to wait till a future version, but I guess the short answer is that you can choose whatever you want to be your death option. You can have the vanilla death handling, you can have permadeath, or you can have the new death systems. And Ardell, my voice helped put your baby to sleep. I'm glad I could be of service. BB, please tell me iEquip is optional. It is optional as far as, you know, I mean, even if it's like the files themselves end up being required, which is a maybe, that honestly may not be the case either. But you can always just turn it off in the MCM and you can have absolutely nothing to do with it if you want. Personally, really like the setting where you have the option of making a corpse run. Reminds me of the stories from the EverQuest days. So that option by default is still in there. My only issue with... it's like Dark Souls, right? And also like classic MMOs like EverQuest. My issue with it is that Skyrim is fundamentally different from a game like Dark Souls or EverQuest, where those are online... well, in the case of EverQuest, it's an online MMO. In the case of Dark Souls, it's a single-player game where enemies have specifically been programmed to respawn when you die. In Skyrim, things don't generally respawn. You can get stuff out in the overworld that can wander, and you can encounter enemies where you might have killed enemies before. For the most part, if you're in a dungeon and you are clearing the dungeon and wherever you die is, you know, as long as you don't sprint and make a beeline right for the center of the dungeon without killing anything at all, I've found in playtesting that it's fairly easy to make it back to where your corpse is. And we considered some balancing options for this, right? We considered things like having wounds persist through when you die, so that wounds that you accrued before you died will also affect you when you are brought back to life. That to me felt a little strange just because you actually did die. So if you're being resurrected, I thought it made more sense for you to be resurrected in your full kind of you know, corporeal state without any broken bones. I mean, really, it doesn't matter. You could justify it either way. We still might implement something like resurrection sickness at the very least, like a classic MMO feature. But anyway, it can still be very easy just to make it to wherever your stuff is. And we have, I don't want to say too much because you never know what will actually end up making it to a release build, but we have some very fun plans for how to make retrieving your stuff a little bit more engaging even than having to go back to where you died, and that is what I'm looking forward to at the moment. Casey says, may seem a bit off topic, we ever be raided by bandits in our house or camp? Used to use a mod similar to that. That is something I have been aiming for, Casey, for a very long time. There is a mod out there called Tundra Defense that does something similar, and I have it marked on my list. It's something that I've thought about for a very long time, because I agree with you that it would be really cool if your houses or your settlements, or maybe just you yourself as a player, are raided a la games like Terraria, or just anything where you're building, you know, a settlement of some kind. it's fun, I think, to have to worry about actually defending it. There's, you know, if you're building your settlement out in the wilderness, there's always the chance that something will come along and attack you, but that's pretty different than a bona fide attack on your settlement, which is what I was going to say. It's not only fun, it's also logical. It makes sense that something like that would happen. If you're building a settlement and a house out in the middle of nowhere, forces would likely try to take whatever it is that you have, because it's way easier to attack someone who's just homesteading out on the plains than it is someone who lives in like a city, right? And that would add even more utility to houses in cities. It would give players an interesting choice as to where they would decide to build their settlements, if they would try and build anything at all, or if they would exclusively live in safer places like cities. So that is something I would really like to implement. I have not looked at Tundra Defense underneath the hood, so I don't know exactly how it would interface with everything that we have going already, but suffice to say that it's something I think about a lot, and it's a high priority for me. Sarang, BB, you're an excellent storyteller in your polishing phase. Please do consider adding bits and pieces of textual storylines you talked about while reading the Elsie the Spiker's unsent letters. I appreciate that, Sarang. I don't... Maybe I'll have time to do something like that. I've also been getting really attached to description texts on items, at the very least, kind of Dark Souls style, giving little bits of copy to just items here and there, which I think is a fun way to breathe a little bit of depth without having to write like an entire story, for example. Linz Beltran hasn't noticed me yet. Okay, I'll be fine. I'm really okay, guys. Linz, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it. A new name around here. I have seen you. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get all caught up on chat after this disastrous stream start. Nikozy, finally some nice reactive audio while I organize my Ableton Live projects. Casey says, I'd love that sense of unannounced danger. I really enjoy that sort of feature in games like Terraria. Or like, this is something that I felt Minecraft, unmodded Minecraft, for example, always lacked, and severely lacked, to the point where it was very tangible to me, is some sort of danger like that, or it's hard for me to justify spending my time building like a settlement or defenses when I don't really ever have a reason to do so. In Ultimate Skyrim, even without those types of invasions, there's still a reason to build the stuff that you're building. It still can be dangerous out in the wilderness, so you want things like walls and gates and so on and so forth, and even guard towers, things like that. But ultimately, you are building safe storage, which will always have a use. So the stuff that you're building does have a use, and of course there's always just the natural fun of building your own house and decorating it as you like. That's always a fun thing too. But I like when there's a gameplay purpose associated as well, and I think that having those kinds of attacks and like Tundra Defense style interactions goes a long way towards furthering that, if that makes sense. Okay, so before I go in here, I can never remember. Is it the powers? It's the powers one. And powers is there? No, where is it? Here? Damn it, I knew I was going to do that. What is activate pre-select? There it is. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Before we really dive in here and start playing, so I have a bunch of stuff here that is literally just here for testing purposes. Stone hatchet I'm going to remove. These I can leave there. And then tab back to menu. Let me check my right hand. Get rid of this stone hatchet as well. Cool. So this should be fine. I'm going to exit. And then also I am going to make sure that my pre-select settings. See what I mean with the multiple taps? Hard to remember. It's not the multiple taps that are hard for me to remember, my friend. It's knowing which specific hotkey is assigned to triple tap pre-select. Once again, once you know, it's like you know. The pre-select, I'm going to go straight to equip, and equip here, and I think I'm good. There we go. Boom. Okay. Free paper. Sorry I didn't see you. Thanks for joining us. Let me see. Haven't missed anything. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and... How do you scroll in priest? There we go. That's what I'm looking for. I got my staff of fireballs. I got my bouncer. And we should be good to go. I hear a skeleton, which makes me want my bounce. I mean, really, bouncer is the best weapon that I have right now. And did I save it? I can't remember if I did. If not, I did. Here's another save. Boom. There we are. And the other thing that I want to do, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Mage armor rank 2. And then I'll switch back to my staff of fireballs. Just in case. Never really been... Uh-oh. Am I detected? Oh, I am detected. I see skeletons. Those are really not that much of a problem. Or if I can goad them out over here. Just a quick switch to my shield. Ow. Wonderful. And then quick use a consumable. That's not the right button. Ow. Okay. What is it? There we go. Come on, baby. They're gonna not come to me. That makes sense because they are using arrows. God damn it. Gotcha. Stop shooting arrows at me. Come on. Ow. Oh, at least they're weak. Oh! That's what I'm talking about. Boom. Stop shooting arrows at me. I'm just really on the lookout for another mage here, because that'll cause some problems for us. Skeletons, not so much. I hear another skeleton. I'm sneaking. Are you stuck in a cage? Okay, I think we're good. Right? All good? Turn on my lantern. I don't have any lantern oil, that's right. What's up, guy? I bet you if I let you out of this cage, you're really not going to be all that grateful. Oh, God. Scary. Can I hit you from here? Oh, I can. Oh, I missed. Oh. Come on. Ugh. I gotta install that mod that improves the meshes and makes you able to shoot through them. What's going on in here? Bloody rags, arrows. Nothing all that exciting. Dun 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 dun. Hey, Olivier, how you doing? Sarang, I have looked at AZ. Oh, God. Oh, shit. That's what I was talking. God damn it. You look away for 2 seconds. No, I don't want to accept the offer for new life. I'm just going to save scum. Let's try that one more time. I do know of AZ Tweaks. I know of it fairly well. I've spoken with Applesauce before. I think it's an incredible mod doing some really wonderful things. It is very extensive. I think one of the things that is really good to me, or really cool about AZ Tweaks, is its mindfulness of balance. I'm not 100% sure how well it would fit in the context of US, but it is definitely something I would like to evaluate in the future. The last time I spoke to AZ, he told me that he wanted to finalize some of the features that he was currently working on before we even began considering something like an integration. But I do think it's awesome. Also, fuck that one skeleton. Ah! Yeah, that's how you do it. Ouch! I don't have my mage armor equipped, do I? Uh-oh. Are you the man? No, you're the one who I fought last time. Okay. Okay. This is not pre-select mode, by the way, guys. If you don't use pre-select, that's how things work. Is that you... Come on, pre-select. Come to me. Why is it not going? There it goes. And a quick heal there. And then can I switch my consumable? And I'd like to take one of those magica potions as well. And then quick swap to my shield, just in case. And now let's fight this man. Come on, baby. Uh-oh. Okay, now. This is what happens when we let our guard down. We gotta be careful not to do that again. And in this case, what do I need? Probably my Staff of Fireballs will be the best shot. What do you guys think? I'm gonna go... Because I don't want to get close to that man. Not with his... Oh, I'm out of charges. How wonderful. Okay, well... Fuck. We can swap here. Where was that guy? I don't like him. I can hear him. And I don't like it. And I'm gonna run. Actually, I need to eat something too. Shh. Ale braised saber cat. And some water. Delicious. Oh. Oh, there's like a whole other area up here. Oh no. Swap back. No. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh shit. Whoa! Here we go. I want to get this man back in the light. And here we go. Oh, you know what? I'd actually prefer my... There we go. Orcish heavy crossbow. Oh, shit. There's a lot of guys all of a sudden. Oh, God! Okay, a silver bolt would be nice. I don't... Oh, gosh. I scared myself. I wish I hadn't used my staff of fireballs now. Any sort of magical enemy is not my friend. Not with the capabilities that I have now. Did I swap my... Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry if you guys are chatting at me. I'm gonna make another save just for funsies. And I can also load the other one in case I want to use that staff of fireballs against these mans. Jesus, look how many people are on the compass. Oi. Hello, I see you back there. You're who I'm not... Oh, wow, that really did almost nothing. Oh, God. That's like a cloak. He's got a full-on ice cloak. That is a real problem if he gets anywhere close. Hello. I can't even tell if I'm hitting him or not. Oh, there goes my mage armor. And I'm gonna reproc that. Okay, I don't like how... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, God. No! Run. Run. Quick heal. And then... Shit. Use a stamina. And then also... Oh, God. Here he comes. Well, if he can follow me outside, maybe we'll have a better shot. I don't know. Oh, God. Dude, no. Okay. Here I go. Okay. Did he follow me? He had to have followed me. You there? Maybe it'll give me a quick moment to look at chat anyway. If I can pause. Whew. God, my heart's pounding. Where was I? I guess this could be good on a controller, having to track the widgets while cycling multiple items during combat. It takes a lot of getting used to with hotkeys. You don't look at any UI. It's true, RJ. You can still hotkey things if you like, but also, this is a good point, is that the design of the UI that I have going takes into consideration eye travel and like travel time. It's something that I've been fascinated by as far as UI design goes. And I like to think that which this is not what you see here, this kind of corner situation that's happening. This is very different. This is the default iEquip UI, and my experimental one is very different than what you're seeing here, and I think it's a lot more intuitive and makes the stuff that's in each queue a lot more apparent. I think it's very cool. And I mean, really, at the end of the day, any equipment solution that you have will have pros and cons, and if you don't find it intuitive or if you don't enjoy it, you can't configure it a way that you like, you just don't have to use it. But I found it to be very cool so far, and the pros for me have significantly outweighed whatever cons it has. Got my magic potion, and there. The other thing that's coming that I don't have set up right now is the ability to cycle forward and backwards in your queues, which is huge and like a really, really nice thing in the planned control implementation. I know. We already used Adrenaline Rush, didn't we? The last time that we fought here. Okay, well, you know what? I got my shield up. That's not going to help me, though. I'm trying to think of what I got here that like has any chance of helping. I feel like really my best bet is to wait out his cloak and then, I don't know, like lance, like it won't take that many hits, assuming he doesn't have any mage armor up, and assuming I can actually land my bouncer on that skelly baddie. Let's see. Oh, here's my man. See, there it is. Bam. There we go. Got really lucky there. He decided to taunt us with someone following him. Let me see here. Dun, 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 dun. I am reading things. You could try showing off. Oh, I could do that. I can show off edit mode. That would be a really fun thing to do. Because, or at least I think it's fun, because edit mode, let me tell you guys, is just so brilliant to me. The tools that everyone's put together, that Dunk has put together to allow you to edit the UI are, it's essentially, if you've ever used less intrusive HUD's edit mode, it is a even more advanced, even more full version of less intrusive HUD's edit mode, which is already pretty impressive in and of itself. Why were there so many? Oh god. Don't. Hey, my guy. Take your shot. Come on. Come on. You're cute. Gotcha. Kind of got lucky there, actually. I didn't realize that he had swung. Oh, here we go. Wow, that's a lot of guys. I've already used this power today. What are you guys doing? Oi! Oh, God. Ah! I don't have mage armor on anymore, do I? Ow! Ow! Okay, well, we're gonna fix that real fast. Oi, 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 oi. Ow! Stop shooting at me. Oh, thank you. I don't have enough magicka. Wonderful. Wonderful. Come on. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. That ought to do it. Come on. How much does it take? There we go. Ow! Fuck. Oh my god. I'm actually gonna die here. Jesus Christ, dude. They were doing such little damage, I didn't even honestly worry about it. Well, at the very least. Oh! Let's go in this auto. We'll just walk in, smack our friend. Uh-oh, did I crash? Okay, well, there we go. It's about time, honestly, with all the stuff that I've been forcing that instance through between the streams. Okay, so I'll show off edit mode when we jump back in. I'll catch up on chat right here. Let me see here. What are your thoughts on Skyrim Together finally coming out? I think it's awesome, Aaron. I think Skyrim Together is such an intriguing concept, and I would love if... I get a lot of questions asking if Ultimate Skyrim would work with Skyrim Together. Based on my understanding now, I don't think so, just because there's something about SKSE not working with Skyrim Together or something of that nature, which is obviously something that it would need if Ultimate Skyrim were to work. But the idea of, I said this in the previous stream too, the idea of a co-op Ultimate Skyrim experience sounds like tremendous fun to me, and I would love to do that. Maybe one day. Let's see here. Buy-in says, that's the part I worked on for the entirety of autumn. My gosh, well, you did a fantastic job, man. When I jumped into edit mode, I was just floored by how much control I had over all the different parts. Leslie, thank you for the subscribe. I appreciate. Also, Sarang, Walter O'Dim, nice username. Who's Walter O'Dim? Oh, yeah. I love the tower, or Dark Tower. Was wondering if US 4.0 would incorporate Requiem 2.1. That really depends on if it comes out in time. If it does, the answer is maybe. It depends on how grand the changes are and how quickly I can get them implemented. Because sometimes it's not so bad. Other times it's time-consuming. And there's really no way to know until I get to look at everything that's changed underneath the hood. Hey Nate, how you doing? Oh, fuck you. Don't zap me. You don't get to see a whole lot of skeleton mages like that. Ancient Nordic sword. Oh yeah, we'll probably start to see some of the new naming conventions God knows I've been working on that for 9 years. Thank you. Oh, am I... No wonder, because I did try and heal myself. I'm out of healing potions, I think. No, I'm not. Okay. It just defaulted to the... Why am I getting rigidity potions? Are those healing potions all... Oh, because they're all rigidity. Shit. That's a problem. Oh, well. Well, I don't know. We should be okay, I think. Let me go ahead and turn on my pre-select, my classic. I'm gonna... Oh, I already did that. Okay. Yeah, see, the press and hold, and that is something I am looking forward to, is the foregoing of press and hold and long press as two separate control options. Got my shield. Hello. Uh-oh. Damn, that was really stupid of me to take that hit. And now I got all these guys. Well, I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. Although I do wish that I had a... What's it called? Oops. Oh, I keep... Why is that happening? Hello, my guy. Look at you. There we go. There we are. Bye-bye. I'm worried about these mans. Here they come. Boom. Oh, yeah. That rigidity is not what I'm looking for. Oh, you can also... So one of the cool things... Oh, I forgot to show off edit mode. Well, I'll do that once I clear this area. Hoi. It's too dark. I can't see. I don't have any oil in my lanterns. I'm not a very prepared adventurer at the moment, am I? I blocked you. Ow. And there's another one right behind him that I couldn't see. I'm trying to get my regeneration potion out. I'm just going to use it manually. What I was going to say is that there is a... That's really not doing a whole lot, is it? Because I don't have any natural health regeneration. Wonderful. I'm going to get you. Gotcha, baby. Let's see. Okay. Well, at the very least, I can just take a brief moment to pause and show it off. There is, in the menu, you can configure how the, like these magica potions and Qs and such will organize your potions of different types. So, for example, if you have like fortify health and then restore health, regenerate health, those kinds of things, you can delineate them to be used in whatever order you like, I believe. Let's see. Oh my god, you're kidding me. Jesus. I am... Now suddenly our buffer... I'm losing frames again. This is just ridiculous. Well, I had to go even a while ago, so here's the last thing I'm going to do. Stream suddenly lagged. Something requires triple tap. What happens if I just mash on the button in the heat of battle? Will it register? It will queue up until third tap, and if you go over, it will force the third tap. God damn. Ugh. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to save it. And I don't know what the heck is going on here. But this stream has been cursed from the very beginning. So, I'm going to... Let's see, where am I at on the video? I can see it. Not too far behind. So, I will say that I'm going to show off... I'm sorry, I'm catching up on chat. Zerpy says, I name my Nightblade Among the Shadows. I think it fits perfectly well, Zerpy. Hi, Fart Sparkle. How you doing? What the fuck is happening? I swear. Like, literally, you guys have seen, I changed nothing at all. I have no idea what's going on with all of the, with the internet stuff. Maybe it's just because of the rain. I have no idea. Well, here's what I'll do. I'm going to have to call this stream fairly quick here because I was supposed to log off at 6 so that I could work on development. I was going to do a 1-hour stream, but obviously because the stream was all fucky, I went over a little bit. But I suppose this is as good of a reason as any to kind of kill it. But what I'll do beforehand... Oh god. Now I can't even see where I'm at in the stream. But I will show the... What's it called? The edit mode just for fun, because it really is impressive. It is fantastic. So you can see here Here's edit mode. Let me know if you guys are still seeing this, because I really can't even tell. I don't know what the hell's going on at this point. But you can take any element of iEquip and you can move it as a group, like so. You can change the delineation at which you move it, so that's 50 pixels. This will be 100 pixels, like so. So now it moves across the screen much faster. And you can bring it down even to 1 pixel if you want to make really finite adjustments and make sure it's exactly where you want it to go. You can, I'm going to switch to, let's go 50 pixels here. Yeah, you can still see. You can organize, oh yes, I know. Important information, cycling elements in edit mode, this I know. I can see Dunk wanted to make this more prominent because people were missing the note about being able to do this at all, which is very important. You can take the widgets, they're organized by groups for the most part, so you can see this is the poisons window, so to speak. If we move, here's now our consumables, and you can do that pretty much for all the different UI elements. This is powers, and you have groups here, so there's your right hand queue, and then here's your left, so you can move them wherever you want. And if you want to get really, really intense with it, and this is what I do for the version of the UI that I've been messing with, you can even adjust like the super individual elements of each thing. So now we've got the little box here, the background, so to speak. I can cycle to, let's see, here's the little icon in between. So like if you wanted to, you could just have these things go wherever you want. I can take even the, whoops, no, let's go. I want to go to, what is next after this? I can take the name, right? I can move it. I can make it huge. Look, there's a painted hide shield. And now I can switch to the, what's next? Oh, the little ammo counter. Let's make that massive. Hello, 99. There we go. And just anything you want. Here's your markers for poisons. And your other, what is it, some horrible poison, massive. There it is, bam. So really, you can design the UI any way you like. One of the things, I don't know if there's a way to straight up get rid of the different UI elements, but what I do, if I, for example, I'm not going to show everything that shows by default, so I just take it and I bop it off outside the screen, right? And it's gone. For all intents and purposes, it's not there anymore. Sarang, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. BB, have you also considered removing the first-person delay between key hit and movement? It isn't there while in third person, which is irksome for immersion. Ooh, are you talking about the, like, moving the character back and forth? I'm not quite sure what you mean, Sarang. If so, I think what you're talking about is a function of either customizable camera or the enhanced first-person view, the one that makes your body visible in first person. I can actually, here, let me do this real fast with our wonderfully designed new UI. Where's my, okay, I'm going to discard my changes. Actually, you know what? No, let's go ahead and keep my changes since I'm ending this one anyway. Oh, and looks like our stream is back and is okay now. How about that? But let me see. Where's my button that I'm looking for? It's this one. I'm going to discard the changes. Discard. So now it's back to normal. So if what you're talking about, Sarang, consider removing the first-person delay between key hit and movement. Isn't there one first? Oops. I want to be done. Oopsie. Now I just opened less intrusive HUD's editing mode. There we go. Get rid of that. Mouse 4. That's what I'm looking for. Exit edit mode. Also, am I cold, or is that just the time slow? Okay, that's just the time slow, and I'm bleeding. But, oh yeah, so I'm moving, there's not a whole lot of delay. If I switch to my guy, it's the same. So maybe what you're talking about is something that's already been improved in 4.0 versus 3.4. It's hard for me sometimes to even remember what 3.4 is like, because it's been so long since I had a working 3.4 build. But it could be something that's already improved or fixed. Maybe one of the mods that was updated in the meantime has fixed whatever it is that you're talking about. So hopefully that's the case, in which case you will be good to go. RJ says, can all the UI components be adjusted in edit mode, including health bar, etc.? So not in just the edit mode for iEquip. iEquip is exclusively for the iEquip UI elements, but that's why I have less intrusive HUD in, is because it allows you to pretty much adjust all the other default UI elements. So that includes things like your health bar and your magicka bar, all of your vital attributes bars, things like your compass or your even like notifications. You can see here, let me launch the, oops, here you go. You can edit everything from the sneak to the crosshair, and there's like alternate crosshairs, item info. You can edit where subtitles show up. You can edit where the location markers show up, whether they show up at all. Level up stuff, the size of everything. Like I said, iEquip's edit mode to me is like an even more feature-filled version of less intrusive HUD's edit mode, and between the two of them, I have completely redesigned the UI in a way that this will be the last thing I talk about before I kill the stream. My goals for this UI was to remove any extraneous information that you really don't need at a glance, was to maintain, I'd say one thing that 3.4's UI does relatively well is minimalism, right? Is ensuring that there's not a ton of stuff right in your viewing space. It just kind of relegates everything to the periphery of the screen, which is not a terrible way of doing things once you get used to, where stuff is. But to me, it could be vastly improved. There's not a whole lot of rhyme or reason to it. And there's also a lot of extraneous information that you don't really need at a glance. Even stuff like loot and degradation comes to mind there, because you don't really need to know right off the top of your head. If you're playing with the breaking equipment, you need to know, I suppose, how your equipment is doing durability-wise, but otherwise it's not that important. You can kind of relegate it to messages. But anyway, my goals for the new UI are to maintain that sense of minimalism and unintrusiveness, while also better highlighting important information, and also reducing the amount of eye travel that players have to engage in order to receive that useful information. So you're going to have a lot more UI elements that are closer to each other, that are kind of condensed in an unintrusive way, that also doesn't require you to move your eyes a whole lot. Just so, I mean, for the most part, I'll go ahead and spoil it. I'm experimenting with a UI that has a lot of stuff in the bottom center of the screen, and I also wanted to maintain the context-specific UI elements as well, so that you're not seeing things that aren't relevant to you. For example, you're not seeing your health and your stamina and your magicka unless you really need to. That actually might change. I might have those. Thank you, Killacabbage, for the subscribe. I might have those display all the time, or at least whenever your weapons are out, things like that. But they'll also be very unobtrusive, and really the utility of the design will hopefully be palpable once you see it, and it's kind of hard to describe without you being able to see it, which unfortunately I can't show off at the moment. Oh, okay. Sarang says the delay is in third person. That's interesting. Well, the Anordale says, is there a way to move the direct conversation dialogue? I've only been able to move the general background subtitles to where I want it. That I don't know. I've never tried in actual combat, although I doubt it off the top of my head. Oh, hey, what's up, guy? Hello? Stop. Oi! Ow! You staggered me. How about that? With a dagger, too. That I don't know. It might be able to, it might not. I've never tried, but if it can't, I think that there are mods that do similar types of things. You might have to go looking for those, my friend. Lynn says try Vortex. I would like to try it, Lynn's, although I very much doubt that Ultimate Skyrim will ever move to Vortex, just because of how wonderful MO is. Is my third-person movement too delayed? Also, RJ says, well, to be fair, iEquip doesn't remove extraneous info, it adds info. It does add info, RJ, but it's information that I would consider to be important and valuable, so if that makes sense. I would say definitely. Oh shit! Third person is not quite as responsive as first person Serang. It's not quite so bad, but you can definitely tell a difference. Like I can move here. This is actually something I've never really liked about first person. Is like this motion right here. Unless I'm Muhammad Ali, it doesn't make a ton of sense. I kind of prefer when there's at least a little bit of weight to your character's movements. But I don't know. I think it's one of those kinds of things that you just get used to over time if you insist on using third person. I almost never do. But to each their own, of course. Yeah, see, it's the I travel BB mentioned that iEquip adds more of, and I hope it works during the heat of combat. Well, so I would think of it more like this, is that the iEquip stuff is optional and at best should help you manage your stuff better. I would say if you find that it does not help you and you prefer just using standard hotkeys, then go ahead. It's all optional and you can really configure it however you like. Although I would say that the default configuration, at least for like my own MCMs and stuff, are most likely going to, or I will have default configurations for things like iEquip. That is the plan. In any case, guys, I'm going to have to call it here because I'm about 30 minutes over when I actually planned on quitting the stream. But I really thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate it. You know that I enjoy getting to touch base with all of you and just talk about, I say this in all the streams, but I don't get to talk shop like this tremendously often, and that's one of the things I really enjoy about these streams. The other streams, like I said in my last update video, consider the streams always to be on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. PST. You will hear from me if I'm not going to be streaming for one reason or another. That is more likely as we move closer to the official release date, just because there really is a lot to do, and 2 hours doesn't seem like a lot of time, but I can get a lot done in 2 hours, and I have a difficult schedule to work around even for within these remaining 3 months. So I will do what I can to maintain the streams, though, because I really do enjoy them. I hope you guys have had a good time as well. Oh, Peon, nice to see you. Also, Excalibur Prime, hello. Peon, yes, the stream will be viewable after I go. Unfortunately, the only VOD stream will most likely be this one, which has been going for about 53 minutes. We had some issues, we'll say, with the stream for some reason. My theory is that the rain here in LA is actually messing with people's connections and stuff, because, as I said earlier, the LA is completely unprepared for any sort of rainfall. When rain happens here, it's as though the entire world slows to a crawl because we don't know how to deal with it. It's particularly frustrating when driving. Just don't drive anywhere. Just don't drive anywhere in LA. No problem. In fact, wait. Oh my gosh. It is really raining out there. You guys, there's no way you can hear that, but I can. It's like an actual rainstorm. Don't get me wrong, I love it because God knows we could use more water around here, but it definitely causes problems. I don't know for sure that's what the problems were caused by, but it's a theory. I just don't know what it would be otherwise. In any case, thank you guys very much for joining us. I really appreciate it. Joining me, rather, and I will see you in the next one.